whilst I was gone, another really strange thing happened too. Whilst I was gone, another really strange thing happened where Academics posted out of nowhere on his Twitter. I think he put it on Instagram too. He said that Ye wanted to share this with y'all. And it's a clip of Ye going to meet a rabbi, a Jewish rabbi, and essentially this meeting was an effort for Ye to try to make amends for all of the horrible things he said about Jewish people. It's all horrible things he said about Jewish people over the last few years. It felt like he's been on a non-stop hate campaign against the Jews, and it feels like he has it seems like now, based on this video, he's decided that he wants to no longer be an enemy of the Jews. And this is why he shared this video with Academics. Now, it's hard to take this video somewhat serious because, you know, I think at this stage of his career in life, he's probably suffering a lot for the things that he said. He's probably been blacklisted from a lot of things. I'm sure banking probably isn't easy. Touring isn't easy. Living isn't easy. Traveling around the world isn't easy. You know, there probably, you know, loads of annoying inconveniences have been placed along his way because of his very staunch, very aggressive, very hate-ridden, I'd say, opinion on the Jewish people in general. That's not to say he hasn't had bad experiences with the Jews. We know fairly, you know, obviously he's probably going to have them, especially being involved in the fucking music industry, but it's still no excuse for some of the stuff he said over the fucking years. It's just been unnecessarily cruel, unnecessarily mean, nearly to the point of evil. I'm not going to lie, how much he's been going in on Jews and the things that he's been saying in general, just been super upsetting. And even as a fan, you're like, Jesus Christ, man, like, really? Like, do you need to do all this? And, you know, with Ye, the more you question that, the more you question whether he needs to do it, the more he sees that as you telling him what to do, which isn't really what it is, but hey, and he kind of doubles, triples down and goes even extra hard. So he's been, you know, really laying it on thick. And my cynical point of view would be that this is only happening because maybe something is happening in the background that's really fucking with his ability to like move around, live his life, make money, make clothes, put out music. I don't know, something's happened behind the scene that's really fucking him over, and he wants to make a public show that he's sorry for what he has done, so that he can be accepted back into the wider society or general public, so that he can do what he needs to do. I think so. I don't think this has come from him having a come to Jesus moment. I don't think he had some sort of awakening and realized, oh shit, Jewish people aren't all that bad. I still think he has those opinions. And again, this is me being a fan. I know my guy. I still think he has those opinions he has. And I just think he's doing this because something's happened behind the scenes and he wants to get his money right again. I know I'm being overly cynical and somewhat black-pilled on this, but I don't think this is coming from an honest place. Let me just say that.
I feel really blessed to be able to sit here with you today and just take accountability.
Oh yeah, and in case you're wondering why Ye sounds so weird, he removed his grills. He took off his titanium grills. Well, he looks really good, to be fair. He looks probably in the best shape he's ever been in a fucking long time. He looks really fucking good. But he's also removed these grills, so he's got a weird little lisp thing going on. His mouth kind of sounds a bit strange. But I think people say that when you wear grills a lot, like permanently, you take them off, it takes a while for your mouth to, you know, get adjusted to the new phenomenon, the new feeling in your mouth and whatnot.
I was dealing with some various issues, dealing with bipolar also. So it would take the ideas I had and have me take them to an extreme where I would forget about the protection of the people around me and myself. So I wanted to come and take accountability. Sometimes people aren't that knowledgeable about the bipolar and the cause or what causes it and the way you act when you have this disease. So it's like if you left the house and you left your kid at the house and your kid went and messed up the kitchen and messed up the garage and messed up the living room. Now when you get back, it's your responsibility because that's your child.
That's the best way to say it.
And that's the way I look at it. It's like I gotta go clean up the kitchen, I gotta clean up the living room, I gotta clean up the garage. Yeah, and it's a big deal for me as a man to come and take accountability for all the things that I've said, and I really just appreciate you embracing me with open arms and allowing me to make amends. And this is the beginning and the first steps and the first brick by brick to build back the strong walls.
I don't know, man. I don't know. Just go do the work, man. Just go do the work privately on your own. Take your medication. I don't know if he is taking medication. I don't know if he is seeing somebody. I don't know. Just go get the help you need to get done, because this feels like a never-ending journey, never-ending situation, never-ending drama with this guy, man. Like, he's clearly mentally unwell. We all know this. Like, he knows this, right? It's not fucking, you know what I mean? It's obvious to see, obvious to hear, obvious to know. Just go get the help you need to go get it dealt with. I know he's spoken a lot about not liking the medication and how it makes you put on weight and maybe dumb some of his creative sort of like sparks and outlets and shit. But at this stage, especially, forget the fans, right? Forget people like me. At this stage, you should probably be thinking about his kids, innit? Really and truly, you should probably be thinking about making sure that you're in the best possible condition, mentally, physically, to look after your kids, to be there for your kids while they're young, while you still can. Because there might come a point where you can't anymore, because he's also getting up there in age, isn't it? He's not 50 yet, but he's near. I think he's probably near 50. This is a big ass man. Like, I don't know. It's like, I don't know. And also kind of this is again maybe more of a personal thing, but I also really despise this like assertion. Maybe it's just me projecting again. But I really do despise the assertion that I should be congratulating him for this. You know? I should be giving him a pat on the back for this. Like, gold star. It's like, brother, you're a grown-ass man. You know what I mean? Like, we've all got our problems. We've all got our issues that we're going through. No one gives us pats on the back for doing the bare minimum, you know? Like, you shouldn't be expecting that as a grown-ass person, for people to be congratulating you for looking after yourself, congratulating you for getting the help that you need so you can be a worthwhile parent, a worthwhile, you know, person to your fucking children, to your family, to your loved ones. It's like, come on. I don't know. I don't like that shit. But again, a part of me, because I'm one of his fucking biggest fans, I love the fact that he's getting the help and he's trying to get better. Because ultimately, if you're a fan of what he does, a better version of him, mentally or physically, whatever, is going to give us a better version of his art. Because, you know, he's already crossed the fucking insanity barrier or line. We've seen we've seen what that's given us. Now let's see what he looks like and sounds like with some light behind his eyes, with maybe not everybody around the world hating him and shit. That might actually help. But yeah, was out here asking the Jewish community for forgiveness, but you know, I saw somebody else mentioning it online as well. I thought maybe it's not, it's a bit of a reach, but it's interesting, isn't it? He's quick to ask for forgiveness for, you know, from the Jews, but you're not gonna see him do this with the quote unquote black community, you know, because he knows. I think deep down he knows he's got us by the palm of his hands. You know what I mean? No matter what he does, no matter how much he disappoints us, we're never gonna abandon him, because the guy made Jesus walks, you know what I mean? Let's be real, he made Jesus walks. You know what I mean? No one's ever going to abandon the black community overall. I don't know, man. I want him to get the help that he needs to get, but I just don't like all this performative stuff. This performative stuff is fucking annoying. I just hate it. If you need to get the work done, do it privately, especially at this stage too. It's like, we don't need to see this. If this was maybe Kanye 20 years ago, fair enough. But I think now we're just all exhausted. I know I am anyway. I'm exhausted of trying to or having to defend this guy on social media. I'm exhausted and just over it when it comes to just lowing about his, mental stay, his fucking diet, his diagnosis at the moment. I'm just fed up of having to know and be forced to know about his relationship with his kids and his baby mom, and I just don't care. Just get the work done. Get the help that you need to get done so you can get back to work if you want to get back to work. If you don't want to get back to work and just be a family man, all well, all good. But I don't know, man. Leave us alone a bit, innit? I don't know. Leave us alone. Leave us alone until you're kind of like back to good, back and healthy. Leave us alone. But then he's obviously not going to leave us alone, because as soon as he did that, look where he was at. And this is what making me feel like this is all one cynical play. As soon as he sat down with that rabbi to plead for the Jewish community for forgiveness, he was back out on tour, or back out doing a live show with Ye in Tokyo. I think it was somewhere in Tokyo. I'm pretty sure it was Tokyo. So he was performing out there in Tokyo with Travis Scott. I'll show you a picture of him that someone took from the screen. It looks pretty sick, right? So he was out there doing his thing. There's Travis Scott down the right. There's Ye down the left. And there's a post somebody made of like all the songs that he performed. Look at the set list, by the way. And for me, this felt on purpose. This felt like he did this as a way to kind of pull at our heartstrings, because he knows we love these tracks. He rarely performs them anyway. But it said here, Ye's set list after Travis Scott brought him out as a surprise guest at the Circus Maximus Tokyo tour. He performed Runaway, Praise God, Can't Tell Me Nothing, Heartless, Flashing Lights, Stronger, Father Stretch My Hands, Through the Wire, Carnival, and All of the Lights. Fucking phenomenal set list, by the way, right? Like, I know Jay-Z thinks there's no one that can defeat him in the verses, but I think Ye would give Jay-Z a run for his money. I think Ye would give a lot of people a run for their money, because people forget it. Ye's discography is kind of lethal. Imagine that on the verses, bro. Runaway, Praise God, Can't Tell Me Nothing, Heartless, Flashing Lights, Stronger, Father Stretch My Hands, Through the Wire, Carnival, and All of the Lights. Eesh. Too much. So yeah, there's them performing, Ye and Travis Scott performing All the Lights in Tokyo, Japan. I'm not gonna play any of the audio. I don't want to get fucking copyright strike. You know how it is. Them hugging, Ye looking kind of sinister and funny in that all new Yeezy season 10. I think this is all new Yeezy season 10. That jacket is actually available at the moment, but it's not this particular material. That material that he's wearing looks like it might be leather, but the one on the website is made out of nylon. I think it comes in 3 colors, like grey, black, and a camo, I think. But it's a really cool, short, just kind of comes over the hip line, sort of like a parka. And what do you call it? M3? I think it's like an M3B parka with like the fur hood. It's a really nice jacket, actually. He's also wearing he's also wearing leather pants from season 10. And some shoes too that I haven't seen yet. I'm not gonna lie, I don't think I've ever seen these shoes. At first I thought he was wearing those shoes by that kid who wears Converses. I forgot his name. I think it's Shire or something. Shire. I think he's got a pair of shoes that he wears that looks similar to these, but I don't should go to them. And yeah, there's a couple more pictures of him too wearing a mask. What else is it? Yeah, there you see him with his mask on as well. Typical Ye. And he took it off actually, and the crowd went kind of crazy when you removed the mask. I'm not gonna lie. So big up Ye for that one. But yeah, I don't know. Was it sincere what he said? Was it actually sincere? Did he actually want to, ask for forgiveness, or was this all one big play? Because he wants, this is probably the first major person I think he's been on stage with, innit? Since all the fucking anti-Jewish stuff he's been, throwing out there. I think this is the first major artist he's been on stage with. Most major artists have obviously distanced themselves from him, but I think this might be the biggest one he's been on stage with. If I'm not mistaken, I could be mistaken, but I think Travis Scott might be the biggest one, especially of the recent times, because a lot of these guys publicly denounced him and stuff, and started flowing little slick subtweets and whatever and bullets. But yeah, here he is, on stage with Travis after asking forgiveness from the Jewish community. What can you do?